Hello, brothers and sisters. I am still here in the motherland. Sorry I don't have the family with me, but thank you for tuning back in to make Africa great. Today, I don't have the family with me because there's something on my heart and on my chest I want to get off. Because there's been a lot going on here in South Africa. And a lot of people have been messaging me, just checking in on me and asking if I'm going to be coming back to America anytime soon. So I'm going to get into all of that in just a moment. And I just want to thank you, and I hope that you guys are safe. And thank you for tuning back in to my channel. So let's dive right into it. The question is, people have been asking me about the chaos that is going on in South Africa. Are you coming back? Are you safe? What's going on? It's craziness going on in South Africa. That is the messages that I'm receiving, and people are worried about me, which is rightfully so. But in all this chaos came clarity. In the midst of all this chaos came understanding. My spiritual team put it on my heart and on my conscience to speak to my brothers and sisters in America about everything that's taking place here in the motherland. So first off, let me start by saying I do not plan on coming back to America. I know that might be a shock. I know that might be a surprise. I've been out here for now over a month, and I wasn't planning on staying this long, but being here and seeing Mother Africa for myself, seeing the beauty, meeting the people here, I finally realized that this is where I need to be. So I will not be leaving South Africa anytime soon. Actually, me being here has given me so much more clarity than what I could have ever gained in America. So the next thing I want to address is, why would I choose to stay here in a third world country? Why would I choose to stay here in South Africa when it's so much chaos, right? Well, I have some answers for you. Since I've been here in South Africa, there's been a lot that's been transpiring in America, and I've been watching and paying attention and seeing everything that's going on there. And I think the biggest thing that was a shock and a surprise to me was when I saw the anti-Asian bill be passed, the hate bill for the Asian community. That right there was mind-boggling. I couldn't believe that a bill was passed for them when they have only experienced a small amount of chaos compared to what African Americans have experienced throughout our history in America. And so that was really bothering me deeply, that the bill was passed. And I was listening to people speak about this, the Dr. Umars, the Dr. Boyce Watkins. I was listening to people speak about the bill that was passed for them and the hypocrisy. But it finally resonated on me. My spiritual team finally gave me clarity as to why the Asian bill was passed. And I'm going to explain to you today why the bill will pass, why African Americans will continue to be treated the way they are treated throughout the world. And it's two reasons, and I'll start with number one. Number one, the Asians got the bill passed because America sees them as more of an asset to the corporation, to America, than they see blacks. They don't see us as an asset in America unless we're doing something that entertains the masses. And even then, like LeBron James and others, when they go and speak out too much, they're told to shut up and dribble, right? The second point, that is really the main point, is I realize why the Asian community has the bill that was passed in America is because they are backed by China, they are backed by Japan, they are backed by so many countries that America is in debt to, that they have to pay respect and give respect to the Asian community more than they will ever give respect to the African American community. And in me understanding that allowed me to go deeper within and have clarity, have enlightenment, and have a revelation that we, my brothers and sisters, will never, I will repeat, we will never, I will repeat, we will never get respect in America, in Europe, throughout the West. We will never get respect until we demand respect and reparations for our brothers and sisters here in Africa. We have to demand, as we are demanding for reparations in America, we must demand for reparations in Africa. Now, why do I say that? I say that because we will never get respect in America for the simple fact that they see where we come from, the motherland that has given Europe and America and so many countries wealth. They see Africa, and excuse my language, but I'm only repeating what our previous president said, as a shithole. That is how they view Africa. And in them viewing Africa this way, they will always view us in America the same way. I don't care how much money you get in America. I don't care how much success you get in Europe. You will always be disrespected and looked down upon because they see your country, they see the continent that you come from as ignorant buffoons. That is how they see Africa. That is how it is portrayed to us in America about Africa. And my spiritual team put it on me to name my channel Make Africa Great Again, and I didn't understand why. But now I understand why the channel needs to be named Make Africa Great Again, is because we have to use our voices in America to speak up for the injustices that have taken place. Me being here and seeing the beauty for myself, Africa is no third world country. Africa is no shithole. Think about it, my brothers and sisters. Why would the Dutch, the French, the British, Germany, all these Western countries be here fighting? Even right here in South Africa, the Dutch and the British fought for this land. Let that resonate with you. They fought for this land and killed off each other for land that never belonged to them. I will repeat, it is until we restore Africa to its rightful glory. It is until we scream and we protest and we march and demand for the reparations to be paid to our brothers and sisters here in Africa. It is only then will we get the respect that we deserve. And that is why the Asians have the bill passed in America, because they have their country behind them, and America is indebted to China. So they have to respect the Asian community that is within America, because they see them as an asset. How do they see Africa? They don't see Africa as an asset. They see Africa as just a place where they can exploit. That is why they have exploited us in America. That is why they have exploited us in Europe. That is why they have exploited us across the diaspora. Because they do not have any respect for the land that we come from. Now you might say, where is all this passion coming from? Where is all this passion coming? I will tell you, because I've seen the beauty here for myself. Because I had to educate myself while I was here. I picked up this book by the great brother called Timbika, called Land Matters. South Africans' failed land reforms in the road ahead. I picked up this book and I had to educate myself on my history. See, when I was in America, I read a book by Carter G. Woodson called The Miseducation of a Negro. The most powerful quote from that book is when he states, America's love for their history will be the demise of the Negro. I repeat, America's love for their history will be the demise of the Negro. Now, why would he say that? It didn't resonate with me when I read that. But it took me to come here and understand I didn't know the history of my ancestors. I didn't know the history of the land. I saw Africa through the lens that Americans have painted for me as a child. As poor, desolate, as a third world country. And in me not knowing my history came my demise in America. For I did not know myself because I did not know my history. For I was lost and confused, trying to fit in a country that will never respect me. And it took for me to learn some of South Africa's history, for me to understand why Africa, why South Africa are in the situation that it is in. There's a quote here in this book that was very powerful, that resonated with me. I'll read it for you. The brother here says, the power structures made it impossible for Africans to accumulate human capital. The uneven and grossly unequal government spending on education, health, and housing created two worlds in one country. Africans were in the third world, and whites we're in the first world. If you don't know what that means, it's like my brother Meek Mill, he says, welcome to the other side of America. There are two sides of America. You will go in America. I lived right outside of the outskirts of Chicago. And you would go in certain parts of Chicago and you would think you were in a third world country where you would see poverty, where you would see grocery stores non-existent for miles in these underdeveloped neighborhoods. You would see a third world country right in America. That's why Meek Mill said, welcome to the other side of America. Well, let me tell you, brothers and sisters, there's another side here in Africa. See, our brothers and sisters are living in a third world country, while the Mzungus here live in a first world country. Africa is not poor. Africa is not where it needs to be because it has been exploited. And I'm passionate about that because I'm here on this golf course and I see my brothers and sisters maintaining this beautiful property. And I even had a brother message me on my last video saying, yes, South Africa is beautiful, but a lot of us can't even enjoy the beauty. I had my Nubian queen tell me that a lot of South Africans feel like foreigners in their own land. And it took me to come here to see what was going on. I see the Mzungus here on the golf course, living their best life, while I see my brothers and sisters here maintaining the property and just working a job to survive. See, I'm passionate about this because you might not be aware of this, but more than half of the population in South Africa lives in poverty. I repeat, more than half of the population here lives in poverty. All I'm asking my brothers and sisters in America is we need to start demanding for reparations for our brothers and sisters here in Africa. We need to demand that Britain pays back South Africa. We need to demand that Namibia, at the top of South Africa, where Germany is actually speaking on reparations and trying to pay them back, but wants to pay them back at their own pace. No, we need to demand that they get reparations. In Congo, Congo, me learning about, I can't even call him king, he's a coward, Leopold II. Me learning about how he killed half of the population, and I was never taught this in school. I was never taught about the Holocausts that took place right here in Africa. Think about it, my brothers and sisters. Why are we taught more about what took place with the Jews? Why are we taught more about the Native Americans and what they went through? Why are we taught more about American history? They don't teach us about the Holocaust that took place here right in Africa. They don't teach you about the coward King Leopold. They don't teach you why Africa is in the position it is in, because it was destroyed by the Dutch, by the Germans, by Belgium. All throughout the West, they came here and took what they wanted, and that is why Africa is struggling still to this day. So we need to speak up in America when we ask for reparations. We need to be asking for reparations for Congo. And I'm sorry, we're not asking, demanding for reparations in Congo, for reparations here in South Africa. It is egregious when I read what took place here in South Africa. And I also want to say this. My brothers and sisters in South Africa, stop calling it the apartheid. This was a Holocaust that took place here. See, me in America, when I heard apartheid and Nelson Mandela, it just sounded like a fairy tale. Oh, they were separated here. Nelson Mandela came and he brought back Africa, South Africa, to its rightful glory. No. See, before the apartheid, that was a Holocaust that took place. And now that you guys have been freed, it is an economical apartheid that is taking place here in South Africa. And I'm passionate about this because we need to demand for Africans to get what is owed to them. And it is not until we demand in America, it's not until we shout and scream for our brothers and sisters here. It is not until Africa is put back to its rightful glory. Make Africa great again. It is not until then will we get respect in America. They will never, I repeat, they will never respect us because they know what they have been able to do and gotten away with here in Africa. Why do you think Trump could go and address the nation and say, we're tired of these people coming from these shithole countries? Do you believe that Trump could say the same thing about the Jews? No, he couldn't. The Jews would have that man fired within a week. But he can say what he can say about Africa because no one is demanding reparations and demanding for Africa to be put back in its rightful glory. And I'm passionate about this because I've been disrespected. I've been falsely arrested. I've marched and I protested in America. And it dawned on me, my ancestors have been marching since the 20s. My ancestors have been marching since the 30s. My ancestors have been marching since the 40s. Here I am in 2020, 2021, still marching and not seeing any results. And it took me to come to Africa for me to realize I will never see results in America until Africa gets the respect, gets the reparations, gets everything that is owed to South Africa, to Congo, to Kenya, to all these countries. It is not until they put some respect on the indigenous people's names here will we get respect anywhere in the world. That is what I wanted to say. So the chaos that you see here in South Africa, my brothers and sisters, it's not what you think. When half the population is living in poverty, when the people have not been given what was rightfully owed to them, when the economy is shut down and people are going hungry and starving, this is what you're going to see in South Africa. And I plan on using my voice and my platform to speak up for my brothers and sisters here because I've seen the poverty. I've seen the squatter camps. I've seen how my brothers and sisters are living here in South Africa, and it is egregious. while the other side of South Africa, the Mzungus, still live good because they've created an economical apartheid. So listen, my brothers and sisters, I'm going to leave you with this quote from Frederick Douglass. And I think this quote speaks to what is going on in South Africa right now. And this quote is very powerful because it explains what has taken place here in South Africa. Frederick Douglass says, where justice is denied, where poverty is enforced, where ignorance prevails, and where any one class is made to feel that society is an organized conspiracy to oppress, rob, and degrade them, neither persons nor property will be safe. That is a powerful quote from Frederick Douglass. And it speaks to what is going on right now in South Africa. I call out on my brothers and sisters in America. I call on the Trevor Noahs to use your platform. I heard him speaking about reparations for Americans. He needs to use his platform to speak up for reparations for South Africans. We need to use our voices to speak up for our brothers and sisters who have been stepped all over, who have been mistreated, who have been exploited. We need to scream for reparations from Germany, from Britain, from Belgium, from France to the Portuguese, to all of those European countries who are still getting wealthy to this very day off of the chaos that they have created. So I will end this here, my brothers and sisters. I will repeat, you will never, never gain respect in America or wherever you are until we demand respect for our brothers and sisters here in South Africa and throughout all of Africa. And then they will respect us because we will have a continent backing us, supporting us, speaking up for us when they mistreat us, when they kill us. We will have our brothers and sisters in the continent ready to speak up on our behalf the same way China will speak up for their community in America. So I'm sorry for the passion, but when I saw the poverty for myself, when I learned that half of the population was living in poverty, there were nights where I couldn't even sleep because it bothered me so deeply. What they have been able to get away with throughout Africa, throughout America, they've gotten away with so much. And it was time for us to speak up and demand respect, demand reparations, demand that Africa gets put back to its rightful glory.